Hello, I'm Jane from Jane Long Wellbeing, and today I'm here with Emma Cox, who is a genealogist. Emma and I got talking because in one of the modules of my Love Your Looks programme, we discussed about finding your tribe and associating how your looks are connected to your history. And that's just what Emma does with her work too. She finds connections with your loved ones. So hello, Emma, and welcome.
Hi Jane, nice to be here.
Good to see you. So would you like to just introduce yourself and give a bit of background about what a genealogist does?
Yeah, my name's Emma Cox and Emma Cox Genealogy, and I help you find out about your ancestors. So whether that's people from a couple of generations ago, right back to hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and try and find any patterns in there, see if there's anything you've inherited looks-wise. It might be you've inherited something to do with a profession or a skill or something that they used to do very well. So I can do an online chart, family trees, and various other things.
Brilliant, good stuff. And so do you notice a positive change in people when they realise their connection to their grandparents and great-grandparents and onwards?
I do. People have a sense of being rooted, I think, of having a connection and sort of knowing where they've come from. And if they can find things that they have in common with other people, it brings them closer.
Brilliant. Okay, and so now you're going to guide us through a bit of a demonstration because it illustrates what features and attributes do we share and or inherit really.
Yeah. So using you as an example, Jane, you kindly shared some photographs with me, and I've sort of grouped them together by the generation. So you've got your father's side is on the right, and your mother's side is on the left, and your children below you. And just to try and sort of show people how our looks can be inherited from our near relatives and even those people who are a little bit further away. So looking at you, in a lovely picture of you in the middle there, you have quite a prominent chin, and I think that that comes from your father's side of the family. If you look at the picture of him next to you, and it seems like you've got a very similar chin there. Was that something you were aware of?
It actually wasn't until you pointed it out. All through my upbringing, I've always been told that I look like my mum's side of the family. There's always been a strong resemblance, and it's not just features, like mainly the eyes, but it's our mannerisms and the way we speak as well. And then when my daughter came along, everyone can really see a strong resemblance between my mum and my daughter as well. So noticing that there is a resemblance between my dad's side of the family is a really lovely thing. It's a really good way of connecting again.
And equally, I can see with your daughter looks like she's got your chin as well. So she's got both sides of the family there, because you can see a clear resemblance between your daughter and your mother and your grandmother. You all look very alike there. There's similar sort of eyes and possibly the nose and sort of the shape of the face in general. But your daughter's, I would say, she's got your chin and your father's chin.
Yeah, so it's really interesting stuff, and it is great to see, like, the bigger picture when perhaps you've got kind of blinkered eyes and listening to one side of the story perhaps all the time, and it really means that you're part of something bigger perhaps, and brings more appreciation to yourself and the way you are, and a new way of looking at yourself and your own features.
I agree.
Yes, fantastic. So do you have a little exercise that people who are watching could possibly do at home?
I do, and this is from my family now. So I've got a picture of myself there, and my mother and my grandmother, and we're all in our early 50s in these photographs. And I just wanted to get people to do something similar themselves. So find a photograph of your mother and your grandmother and put them side by side and sort of compare them, and just to see, what do you think you've inherited from them? Because I've always thought I look like my mum, although I've always had different hair colour to her. She's always been dark and I've always been a lot blonder. My grandmother was dark, as far as I know. But the interesting thing is, my mum had me when she was very young. She was only about 2021 when she got married, and I was born fairly the year after. And my grandmother was in her late 30s when she got married, and around about 40 when my mum was born. So I've always known my mum as being young, and I've always known my granny as being old. And I sort of I associate more with my mother than my grandmother, because looking at that, it's like you can see the generations, and you can see mine was in its now, My mother was in the 1990s, and my grandmother was probably around about the 1950s, the late 1950s, early 1960s.
Yeah.
So you can see the different styles. But yes, if you do this yourself, sort of who do you identify with more, and what similarities can you actually see in the photographs?
Brilliant, yes, and you can really see the resemblance going on there in your family, a very elegant looking family too, Emma.
Thank you very much.
So if people watching this want to explore their family history more, how can they contact you?
Well, they can contact both of us, put both of our websites on there. So mine is emmacox.co.uk, fairly easy to remember. And
Yeah.
yours?
Mine's janelongwellbeing.com, and I've got my Love Your Looks online program on there. So it's inspiring you to regain your confidence and love your looks. And I'm also offering individual sessions as well. So yes, just go to the websites and you can contact either of us on those individual websites there.
And I'm happy to have a look at your family history if you'd like me to see if I can find any patterns within it.
Oh, brilliant. Well, it's been great chatting to you, Emma. So thank you very much.
Great chatting with you, Jane, and good luck with everything.
Thank you.